A very good evening to our viewers watching on our interview sessions with our speakers for the 2021 Jing and Wealth Summit by Ivan Chow Metaphysics Private Limited. Today, we will have 2 VIP tickets on our 2021 Jing and Wealth Summit to give away. And please do like and share our live sessions and mention it in the comments. Our VIP tickets to be giving out free will consist of this 2 days summit access, your 八字 charge, your mobile member divination chart, 30 days limited replay of the 2 days summit. The usual price is 231 Singapore dollars. Drawing of the 2 winners will be at the last of our sessions, and please do stay with us till the end. Tonight, we will have our invited speakers, Thomas and teacher Ivan, to join us for the interview. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, good
Okay,
evening, Vanesse.
Hi, good evening, Thomas. Good evening, teacher Ivan. Today, Thomas will have his speech on day 2 of the summit with the topic on high performance mindset. Whereas teacher Ivan, day 2 speech topic will be on how 2021 effect on you based on your house feng shui. Okay, our speakers profile are within the registration pages when you sign up. We shall now invite our first speaker to come on board to share with us. Good evening, Thomas. We actually will have this interviewing Thomas at the start. Thomas, how can you share with us about yourself?
All right. Hi, everyone. So once again, a very big thank you for this opportunity to share with all of you, as well as facilitate this interview, to get a better sense of what this whole entire event is about. So a little bit about myself. My name is Thomas. I'm an international coach, speaker, and wealth planner. So aside from helping my clients to manage their financial portfolio, what I do is I also coach and train on a wealth of personal development topics. So things such as financial management, business and professional skills, as well as high performance mindset and practices. And the whole idea is to put all these concepts together to help my clients achieve the next level of personal development and eventually achieve their goals. So my clients include people from overseas, USA, UAE, India, Philippines, as well as different organizations as well. And really privileged to be able to share with all of you.
Okay, Thomas, what was the content that you'll be sharing in our summit sessions?
All right, so during the summit itself, what I'm going to share is about high performance mindset. So I know it sounds like a very big term to some of you, but let's explore into what do I mean by high performance mindset. So when we talk about mindset, it is essentially a set of beliefs and ideals we have. And high performance is to perform at our higher level, be it in our personal life or professional life itself. So putting it together, it is essentially to help our attendees to integrate those beliefs, empowering belief, so that they can achieve the next level of performance regardless of which area of their life is.
Thank you for sharing. My last question to you is, would you like to share with us your life experience or journey that we can learn from it?
My life experience, wow, so much to share about, but I would share with relevance to control itself, since that's the segment that I'm going to share about control. So to me, control, what is control? So if I were to use an analogy, we are like drivers and our life is like the car itself. So we decide where our life wants to go, right? Where we want to drive this car to different destinations, which are our goals itself. And control, to me, is about how well we can drive this car itself. How well we can navigate through this car to reach our desired goal. So that is essentially the whole concept of control. And when it comes to developing control, there are 3 areas. And I will share with you how these 3 areas also link to my life to give a clearer example, since you asked a bit about myself. Okay, so the first step to control it's about self-awareness and self-understanding, which is why I feel that this seminar, this whole event itself is very well planned, because we start off with discovery and understanding, right? Which is self-awareness essentially. And it is through the self-awareness that we know how we function, that we know how we act, and so that we can adjust accordingly. And then the next area is on the mindset itself, which is what I'm going to share, right? So having that mindset, that high performance mindset, we will know what are the beliefs we need to do so that we can further in our life. And the third area, which is the creation of the control itself, it is by aligning who we are with the optimal mindset, or in my scenario, the high performance mindset. So let me give you a scenario, okay? So through self-discovery, I know I'm an introvert. And with the optimal mindset, I know that conversations create connection. If I want to connect better to Dr. Vanessa, I want to converse with her more. If I want to connect better with teacher Ivan, I want to converse with him more, quality-wise, right? So how do I align the self-awareness that I'm an introvert to this mindset that I need to converse more? Which is, whenever I converse with people, I know I'm an introvert, I cannot sustain hours and hours of conversation. So during that period of conversation, I would just go right deep dive into authentic, deep conversation to build that connection and relationship. So that is me controlling my life in that sense. Sounds clear?
Yes, thank you, Thomas. And I would like to actually invite the viewers, please like and share this session. And we will have a lucky draw at the end of the day. I mean, at the end of this session, rather. And please do comment to us that you have liked and shared. Thank you, Thomas. And please do stay with us this session. And later we'll have questions for the both panel speakers. So next, I would go to Teacher Ivan. Teacher Ivan. Okay, Teacher Ivan, we shall start with your topic
Hi,
on eating
Vanessa.
food. Hi. Teacher Ivan, how does the feng shui affect a person's luck and life?
How is a what?
How does feng shui
Sorry again.
affect
Can
a
I get your
person?
question again?
Sure. How does feng shui affects a person's luck
How
and
does
life?
feng shui? How does feng shui affect a person's luck and life? So this is a very sophisticated question. Seems to be a very complicated question. Actually, it's also a very easy question. Why do I say it's easy? Because if you understand Mandarin, feng shui is basically wind and water. So can I ask you, or I ask all the audience here, including Thomas as well, do we need wind in our life? Let's not talk about the wind that blow us or blow the kite. Let's talk about the air, which is a part of wind. Do you need oxygen? Do you need other air? You need. So that is really the wind. And water. How many days we can live without water? 3 days the most, right? So in basic survival mode, wind and water is really essential. But of course, we are not trying to talk a scientific proof or something. But talking about in I Ching, Chinese metaphysics perspective, it's talking about energy. Everything in this world is made of energy. Human, living thing, non-living thing. And feng shui is all about adjusting the energy to balance up the energy, which is the yin and yang, the positive and negative energies, so that we can live a more fulfilled, more purposeful, and more valuable life. I hope that answers your question, Vanessa.
Sure. Teacher Ivan, my next question is how to define an ancestor home? Where nowadays Singapore mostly is 99 years in owning a housing, and how does this ancestor home can affect the generations of people under this family tree?
Oh, I think you tricked me into this interview. Is it? How come today seems to be a feng shui talk rather than a pre-interview?
Pre-consultation.
Okay, but it's okay since we are already since we are already the lamb in the butcher. No choice. We have to say. Okay. How does it affect? Okay, how does it affect based on our ancestor dooms or even ash place or whatever, cemetery or tombstone, all this? How does it affect? Basically it all relates to your ancestor related to you. Are you all related not in blood but in name? Example, you may not be the biological parent, grandparents, or whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as you call someone dad or you call someone grandpa, then you already have the affinity. And when you already have the affinity, it's already written in both your destiny that you are linked. So in I Ching Feng Shui, we talk about the 8 trigrams with 8 directions. They also have the 8 major representation in the family, which is the Qian is the father of the house, Kun is mother of the house, Zhen is first son of the house, Xin is first daughter of the house, Kan is second son of the house, Li is second daughter of the house, Geng is the third son in the house, and lastly, Gui, which is the third daughter of the house. So this also can all the way go to Qian is the grandfather, great grandfather, Zhen is the grandson, great grandson. So all this is related. As long as your tombstone or whatever place you put the ashes, one of the trigram direction is not in favor, is not to your advantage, attract positive negative energy, then it will affect you. Because why? You could be a father, you could be a mother, correct? Or you're not a father or mother, but at least you're a son or daughter, right? So it will affect you based on the 8 trigram affinity. I hope that answers the questions.
Yes, Teacher Ivan, a lot of people would ask, what is the 8 trigram? How does this 8 trigram, does it mean any the directions or anything that actually it ties with?
Eight trigram basically there is 2 types. One is a pre-heaven 8 trigram. One is a post-heaven 8 trigram. The one that we use now mainly for feng shui is the post-heaven 8 trigram. The 8 trigram originated from the natural disaster, example, the thunder, the wind, the lake, the mountain, the heaven, the earth, etc. And the post heaven is the 8 directions: north, south, east, west, northeast, north, south, southeast, southwest, and the 5 elements. So why is there such a big difference? Okay, why is there a difference between the pre-heaven and post-heaven? Mainly is because initially the creator of this trigram is called Fu Xi. He created this not for us to do fortune telling or not for us to see feng shui or not for all of this. It's for survival purpose. What is it for? To forecast the weather. To talk about what is the disaster coming. Hey, 2 days, 2 days later there will be thunderstorm. 2 days later there will be strong winds. 2 days later there will be earthquake. 2 days later there will be raining. So that is the purpose. But eventually, the person behind him who follow his teaching, they find that it is totally related with human being. Because why? Human being, we also have heaven, earth. Our head here is called heaven. Our toe, our foot is called earth. So it whole thing related. That's why the 8 trigram relates to human parts, human body, human different representation, and etc. So all this is a long history, and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to explain all here. If you're interested, can sign up for my class. Okay. So I hope that answers the question, the curiosity of the audience.
Okay, Teacher Ivan, I have another question. Does staying in a house with not so good energy affects the health of the person living in? How can they be affected, and is there a remedy to resolve it?
Of definitely there's a remedy, or I would say it's medication, what we call. Otherwise, what, there is no purpose in doing feng shui. There's no purpose in discovering all this. But I would say the best method, the best remedy is to remove the effect. But if the effect cannot be removed, then we have to do mitigation. So definitely we can do mitigation. Basically, the mitigation is to adjust the confused energy, the imbalanced energy to be more stable, so that the negative energy will be reduced to the lowest effect. Of course, if the positive energy is too strong, we also have to reduce it. We have to adjust it. Otherwise, you will see someone very high every day. So is Thomas someone? Maybe Thomas' house positive energy is very high, because I see Thomas is always very high one.
Okay, now we will actually have the questions for two panel speakers. Let me find my question. Okay, DOC methodology is created by teacher Ivan, and the today's summit we will have the topic related to discover, understand, and control. So today our two panel speakers will talk about the topic control. So I would like to ask the two speakers, what is the word control means to you, and is control good or bad?
So I shall start
Maybe.
then.
Thomas, you go first.
Yes.
Let Ivan rest a while. He has been sharing so much so generously. So I think I touched on a little bit about control earlier on already, which is essentially how well we are as the driver to steer our life towards the direction we want. And I also touched on the three parts. That is, firstly, you need to have the self-discovery, right? You need to know who you are. You know, are you someone who's an introvert, extrovert, someone who's a kinetic learner, or more towards a visual learner? Different parts. That's the self-awareness. And after that, you have the optimal mindset, right? Like you have to be a lifelong learner, you have to communicate, etc., etc. And control essentially is about combining these two elements together. So earlier on, I give you the example of how an introvert should converse. And that is controlling of conversation, socializing, etc. So now I'm going from the angle of learning. All right. So one of the high performance mindset is always to be a lifelong learner. We can never learn too much. We can never know too much. All right. And through self-awareness, what I realize is I'm more of a kinesthetic learner, which means I need to be practical. I need to practice it out. I need to write it out. I am that kind. So how do I combine both together to have a better control in terms of my learning or in terms of progressing towards my goal? And that is, whenever I learn, instead of just perhaps watching videos or just listening, which is not effective for my type of learning, I would practice it out. I can still watch the video, I can still listen to all these different podcasts, but I have to practice it out. So that is how I align both together, and that's how I have a better control of my life in terms of learning. Right? So this is what I'm going to share on that day, the control. In terms of, is there too much control or too little control? Well, I believe just like anything in life, we need to have a balance, right? If we have too much control, it's also not healthy. Imagine, like I used the analogy earlier, we are the driver. If we have too much control, we are squeezing the steering wheel so tightly, we will eventually lose control and we will feel so much stress and negativity, right? So sometimes you just need to let loose. You need to have that balance. That said, you still need to have that control to head towards the direction, but it's not to the extent that it becomes unhealthy. So the key is to strike this balance itself in terms of control.
Thank you. How about teacher Ivan? Please share with us your view of this word control.
Wow, when I heard of this word, or when I put it inside the DOC methodology, I'm struggling, because as a Sagittarius, you all know I love freedom. Control to me is something that restrain me. It will bind me. It will bind my brain. It will bind my heart. It will bind my physical body. So to me, initially that's what I thought. But after applying DOC with I Ching wisdom, control is not just about restriction, or I would say not restricting others, but restricting ourselves. Okay. Why do we need to restrict ourselves? A lot of times a human is a community living thing. We don't just live by ourselves. Otherwise, we can just live in the mountain. Correct or not? Then it will be more peaceful. No need to talk about feng shui or any Chinese metaphysics things. So control. Why we control? We control our action because of our loved ones. those people dearest to us. We need to control our actions so that we will not hurt them, we will benefit them. Of course, at the same time, we control our action, we can also prevent people from hurting us. Okay, so mindset is very important. Okay, like Thomas said, high performance mindset. Mindset is really a very key thing. If you don't even have the mindset, we don't talk about control. Right? Because how does you do your action? It's by the brain, right? By the mind, right? So it's the same as our Chinese mathematics, our I Ching DUC. Why do we have DUC? Why not CDU or C or CUD? Okay, it's because first we need to discover. If you do not even discover your strengths and weaknesses, then don't talk about the rest of the thing already. You don't even know what you are strong at. You don't even know what you're good at. Then don't talk about understanding and controlling, because there's nothing you can understand. There's nothing you control. Okay. Then by understanding your decision, why you discover your strengths and weaknesses already, you understand about decision. Using your strength, you enhance your decision. Understanding your weakness, you reduce the decision mistake. And lastly, control. After you make the decision, you need to control. Control your decision outcome. Control the actions after the decision. So that's why control is very important. Not just controlling ourselves. Some people call it self-discipline, but I feel that self-discipline is not strong enough. That's why I use the control word. A lot of people think I'm a control freak, but actually no. The ultimate aim of being control is to not control. Okay? That means everything is naturally, but you have self-control. I hope that's answer.
Okay, Teacher Ivan, allow me to throw you another question on feng shui, which I think a lot of people would have heard of this word, but they don't really understand what is this Chinese phrase means. 风水轮流转，十年河东，十年河西. Okay, we understand that it means things will change. But what does this mean actually? Does it mean that feng shui really change every 10 years?
No. Feng shui change every second. Feng shui is same as human, same as people. Are you the same person 1 second later? Are you the same person 1 second before? So feng shui is the same. Energy adjust, energy reduce or increase every second. So it's not just a 10 years period or 20 years period or 1 year period or 1 month or 1 day period. Why people say that is because it's a more substantial kind of viewing appearance, not like next second, the kind you can't really visible it, you can't really see it. Like just example, 10 seconds ago, I did not talk about this topic, but now 10 seconds ago, I'm talking about it. So the whole feng shui, the whole energy is different. Going on. So feng shui change every second. Same as energy. But the problem is, are you able to control and change every second? Back to you, Vanessa.
Well, to me, it's like flickering flashlights to me then, because really is that because normally what we will say is, people will say, hey, feng shui it can be changes every year, and after hearing that, actually what you say is actually true. Because this moment now, I'd be very happy, smiling, but someone agitate me the next second, I'm be scolding and yelling. That's why different actions really changes in second rather than in year. I won't like you now. You pinch me 1 year later, then I say, "Ouch, it's painful." So I will really have to study and deep. What does this really means on the feng shui? And I
And we
do
must
have
take note not to agitate Dr. Vanessa.
because later the wind and the thunder will come in, right? Well, I'm those like parents would say that I'm a firecracker. I will get easy angry and annoyed the very moment. And after that, when I scream and yell, the next moment I'm okay. So it's just like releasing a firecracker, plop, 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 finish, that's it. I won't have the so-called the rival for the next day, or I won't talk to you 10 days. Yes, teacher Ivan, you have anything to say?
This remind me. This remind me of
Mm,
something. Sorry to interrupt.
yes, no
I
problem.
think just Thomas and me talking about control, it doesn't really help the audience. Since Vanessa is also here, why not Vanessa tell us what is your opinion of control?
To me, control. Well, I would say that in relationship, in relationship, I am the person that I release too much, meaning that I don't hold on. I won't say that I won't tell my ex that, oh, you have to come back by a certain day and a certain time, or we have to do this when, and it is. I actually give total freedom. So whether is total freedom a control or not, it also actually depends. It depends the receiver. So the what the receiver feels it, is it a control or is it a freedom? So this is also can you control how many things that you can control on the hand? Even sometimes we will say, okay, maybe we'll say, oh, in control. What is in control? In control means I listen to you, then it's in a control. Even though how stern I am to you, if you don't listen to me, it won't be a control. So this is what I understand from control, which teacher Ivan don't really like what I would have mentioned on this because we actually has talked about this topic earlier. So teacher Ivan, I'm okay that you can share with the others that what you feel, why I say why you would say my control is not really what it meant.
Actually, if you ask me, maybe before I say that, because since we already have a conversation before, if I still say it now, people may think we are having debate. Why not Thomas? We shoot the question to Thomas and let Thomas answer it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, sure.
Thomas.
Okay. Can reiterate the question again?
Uh, okay. Actually, I was saying that controlling a person or the person who feels actually is the receiver. Does he felt that is a control rather than what you think is a control to the receiver? We won't say he, him, or she, or it lah.
But I think it's
Meaning
more
that
about the perception and the perspective of the receiver itself. I think, yes, like what we mentioned, we can control our own life, but we can somewhat control other people. And that is towards, I personally feel more towards leadership. Does the person want to be managed or led? So the whole idea about having great leadership, right? Because leadership is actually everywhere, not just in a corporate setting, in a personal setting, in a family setting, in a social setting. If we do it in a form of effective leadership, if we look at it from an angle of that it is still control, people are willing to do so. People wants to be led. People want to be guided towards that direction. So at the end of the day, like what I mentioned, it's all about perspective and it's all about balance. Because even in leadership, there are a lot of different type of leadership, autocratic, democratic, etc. We can have a whole class on that. But it is about the situation itself and how we can effectively exercise this form of control that even people want to follow it. Basically, the medication is to adjust
uh, yes, I do agree on that. Are we having okay? So I earlier thought some interruptions. Okay, so now I shall have the questions open to the floor to the viewers. Do you have any questions for Teacher Ivan
Wait,
and
wait, wait.
Thomas
I haven't
related to
said
the?
about my opinion. I thought you
Oh,
asked me
okay.
the opinion.
Yes, but I thought you throw the ball to Thomas and refused to answer
throw
me
the
on
ball back.
this.
No, I throw the ball to Thomas. I throw the ball to Thomas, but I also need to answer, right? Otherwise, it's very rude to the audience. Okay.
Yes.
So why do I initially say that is not a real control? Because what you are doing is actually a kind of hidden move, a lot of hidden agenda. So if you ask me, instead of doing that kind of hidden agenda, why not you control your action well? So, of course, you have your own experience. I have my own experience, but end of the day, experience can deceive us. That's why I believe in Jing decision making more than my own gut feeling decision making, because our gut feeling can deceive us, but Jing divination to make the decision is using the information in the time and space, which it will not deceive us, because why do the time and space not deceive us? There's no benefit for them. So for you, why do I say that your control is not actual control? It's because it seems like you're controlling yourself, but actually you're just storing it. End of the day, it's just like a volcano waiting to erupt. So instead of storing it, why not just unleash it? Just vein it. Okay, just do what you think is right at the current time. Don't control your emotion. Okay, we don't need to control our emotion. We are emotional because we take it too hard. So end of the day, we control ourselves not to take things too hard. End of the day, everything is inside the yin and yang cycle. When it's all the way extreme to yin, it will go to yang. When it's all the way extreme to yang, it will go to yin. Everything turns around, comes back again. So we don't need to really go and control other people's life or control anyone or control ourselves too hard. Just remember, take things easy, because end of the day, life is easy. It's just that the modern people make our life become more and more complicated. And this is my sharing. Thank you for the question.
Okay, thank you both speakers. And now we will open the question Q&A to the viewers. Any viewers would like to have a question to teacher Ivan or Thomas? Please post into the comment, and we will read it out and get your answer. Get your question answered. Okay, while we are waiting for questions, teacher Ivan, would you like to share how is this summit ticket about?
Okay. This whole concept of this I Ching summit, actually to me, most of those students or clients who know me, they know that I'm not those modern shifu. So I'm not those traditional shifu. So I'm more of a modern type one. So one of the reason, because of my background, when I was younger, I liked to attend all these motivational workshop like John C. Maxwell, Anthony Robbins, etc. Okay, so I always feel that being motivated is not enough. There must be a way to do it. Of course, they have their way to do it, but most of the time it's more theoretical to me, because I don't see, I don't have affinity with them, so I don't catch the wisdom with it. So that's why when I start to encounter I Ching, straight away I see a lot of information, a lot of wisdom from I Ching. A lot of people say that I Ching is very sophisticated, very deep. I agree with it. But at the same time, even if you know 10% or 1% of I Ching wisdom is good enough. Just imagine how many percent of our brain did we use? 5%? So it's the same thing. If you can control 5% of I Ching, you're already very intelligent, a person with full of wisdom. So my topic, my class, my course is always focused on wisdom. We focus on growth. That's why I don't do a normal feng shui annual event. I decide this year, since everyone is a very dynamic year. People say it's a disaster year, but I would say that it's a challenging but a year full of opportunity for 2020. So that's why I decide to invite my good friends Thomas, Glenn, and Zhiming to let us show us their expertise, to let our audience, to let the students, the client, or any public to grow in our summit. This is the first time we do a 2-day summit. Okay, it's feng shui related, it's Chinese metaphysics related, but at the same time, all that is related is not about superstitious, but it's about your growth. Okay, so let me just share a little bit. Sorry, am I supposed to share the ticket? Share the ticket information, is it?
Yep, I think I can go ahead to give the audience some preview. Yeah, and before that, I would like to encourage for the audience who are here, do share it publicly so that we know who you are and we can put you as part of the lucky draw itself. Because I've checked, some of you are sharing it in your private setting. We are not able to identify who you are. So remember to share this publicly so that you can be part of the lucky draw. Thank you.
Okay, I'll actually
Okay,
refer
so
back to
basically,
Jared, please speak.
okay, I think this is the first time we are doing this interview. So it may seem that it's confused, but we want to make it casual, not so much of formality. So the very straight thing, if you like us, you like us. You don't like us, you don't like us. That's it. Okay, but just let me share the ticket to y'all. Okay. So this is our event page. So basically, y'all should see it as a carousel now. Okay. Maybe we can post it in the link first if you feel that you are too lazy, but I think it's not a very difficult words. You can just type in. So as you can see that we only have 16 days to count down. Okay. 4 amazing handsome guy. Okay. I
The
don't
one on the right,
want to say
especially.
who is most handsome now, okay, but 4 amazing the one. Okay. So basically we understand that 2020 is a disaster year. Okay, but I always want to say that it's a challenging year. But every challenges come with opportunities. So if we are not able to grab the challenges or we are not able to overcome the challenges and grab the opportunity in 2020, do you want to grab it in 2021? So that's why this year, I especially invite my 3 good friends, Ziming, Glenn, and Thomas, to share with y'all. Okay? This is the first time the 4 of us is share the same thing talk about. And I can tell you the 3 of them are totally not related to Chinese metaphysics. Okay, Ziming is one of my students, but he will not be talking about Chinese metaphysics. I think he will be talking about his specialty. Okay? So the ticket that we are going to give you today is the $38 one. Okay, the usual price is 231. Okay, it's a 2-day summit access. Okay, if you like in share and let us know that you like in share. Okay, then you also get your 八字 chart. You also get your mobile number divination chart. You may be thinking that 八字 chart can just download from the internet. Oh, our one is different one. Okay, I can assure you that our one is different one. Okay, you can't download or you can't get the same chart from the online and your mobile number divination chart. I can tell you very frank, most of the time you want to just do a divination for your mobile number. Straight away you have to just pass us $99 already because we usually start a divination. We don't start a divination for no reason. But if you just want the chart itself, we can help you start. But by not decoding anything, we charge you $28. Okay, so basically the chart is very good because I will also explain the chart to you, the 八字 chart to you. There's a purpose for the 2 chart. Then you get the limited replay of the 2-day summit for 30 days. So all days the usual price is 231, but you just need to pay $38. And best of all, today we are giving 2 tickets for free. Basically, this event is for you to grow. If you think that $38 for 2 days is too expensive for you to grab opportunity in 2021, then I also have nothing else to say. That means we don't have affinity. That's what I always like to say. Okay. Basically, we don't want quantity. Okay, we want quality. Okay, that's why speakers, including me, we put our heart to develop the summit topic. Okay, especially to prepare you for 2021. Okay, so if you miss it, never mind. Can wait for 2022. But I can tell you, 2021 is not going to be an easy year. It will be more challenging than 2020. Okay, And if you feel that you are very committed to this ticket, this event, 2 days summit, you can go for our platinum VIP ticket. The thing is that you get a 60 days limited replay instead of 30 days, and you get 30 minutes 2021 annum luck consultation by the ICM consultant team. Okay, so it could be me, it could be my consultants. Okay, this is only paying $60 to talk to you about your annum luck. Okay, of course the choice is yours. If you feel that you don't need to know about your annum luck, you can just get the 38 ticket one. But of course now we are giving free, right? We're giving 2 tickets for free, right, Vanessa?
But till now, I see no response. No
So
one have.
now you just need to like and share.
Yeah, actually there are a couple of shares. I think it's just they put it in a private setting.
Never mind, then we save.
See that. Yeah, so
we save the
put it in
$76.
the public setting, And I think Ivan is really very.
Never mind, we save the $76.
Yeah, I would say Ivan is very humble to put that the value is just $230 plus, because I know he is certainly worth much more than that. And some of the speakers I don't say myself lah, but some of the speakers they charge thousands of dollars per hour of sharing, because they do corporate sharing and all this also. So it's a really very generous offer, I would say. And he's very humble to put that value $231. You know, he don't want to show too much. But yeah, I think it's an amazing offer. 2 days of amazing enriching content. I'm sure certainly it's worth it, man. Nothing much to say. Worth it. That's it.
Okay, allow me to.
No choice. If people feel that it's not worth it.
Oh, affinity, right? Affinity.
Yeah. If people say that it's not worth it, that means no affinity. Okay, sorry, Vanessa. Go back to you.
Okay, allow me to read to you the registration link for the summit. It will be www.2021ejingwealthsummit.com. Sign up. We have the scrolling message below our screen that you actually can so-called read back to when you actually wanted to enroll for this summit. Okay, how about Teacher Ivan? Will you and Thomas select one of the winners? But since they have not tell me that they have liked and share, what shall we do?
Well, I think maybe some of them during this period of time, maybe they are having some meetings or having some family events. Perhaps something we can consider is that we announce it down the road, because from my experience, I think some people, they watch this kind of things at 12 a.m. one. They don't watch live, they wait until 12 a.m. They watch. So I think at that point in time, there will be more people sharing. And if at any point in time, any of you have any questions, even after this Facebook Live, feel free to input in. We will certainly love to, value add all of you one way or another.
Okay.
Yeah, quite a significant number of viewers, which is amazing. Glad that some of you would love to see this face at this timing. Thank you. Thanks for viewing.
Okay, Teacher Ivan, do you have any other things to say about? Or we shall end the session.
Just one word lah. Just one word. If you are able to see this Facebook Live, it means that you have affinity with us. So I always like to say this word. If you have affinity with me, then if you have a problem, I will be able to help you. I will not be able to help everyone in this world, but including Thomas, I would say we are only able to help people in our own specialty, to people who have affinity with us. So if you feel that you have affinity with us by you already go through this video, or even you just have a sip of this Facebook Live, feel free to share, okay? And if let's say you didn't even get this, if you didn't get this free ticket, doesn't matter, because $38. Why not? Just go and purchase the $38 one. Okay. If you have problem, you don't want to solve it, then you are really in a very serious stage. Okay? That's what I want to say.
Sure. This is actually to the end of our session today. We thank you two of our speakers, Thomas and teacher Ivan. We shall round up this at this hour and wish you all a very good evening. And thank you for watching our live. And bye bye. Teacher Ivan and Thomas, bye bye.
Bye. Thanks everyone. Thanks for
This is
viewing.
the end. Bye bye.
Bye.